Hello, thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone is doing well, and I really appreciate you coming and joining me to see what fun we can get into today. So I already started the video and my alarm went off, and when the alarm goes off, then the phone cuts out. My camera setup, as most of you know, is packed, waiting for the move. So short term, I'm using my phone. So what we're doing today is we're making an envelope journal. And I already did a couple steps, like I said, so I apologize for that. We're starting off with a file folder. I took a straight edge, a ruler and a blade, and I cut off the tab. You can leave the tab on there. It's total personal preference, and leave it on or take it off. It's, again, it's totally up to you. And then you fold this in half, the file folder in half. This part is going to be your journal, as you probably recognize. So I figured out what I want my tie to be, and you just glue that in between and you seal that shut. You'll have a pocket here and a pocket here. Okay, the next step is to figure out your envelopes. I'm using 6 envelopes, and each one is going to be glued to the file folder. They're going to go underneath, and it'd be nice little, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, anyways, they're going to be nice when you put it like this. Just like that. Okay, and they'll all be glued here, and that way when you open them up, you have a staggering setup, and then the last page you'll have a solid sheet. So, and we'll come up with all of that. So the first thing that you want to do before you do glue them all down is to figure out each envelope where you want them to open at. So I've already done a couple, like I said. So this one I will have at the side, and then the next envelope, this one will be at the top. So now we're on to the third envelope, and I want this, it's a nice wide envelope, so I want it to come down like this, the pocket. So what I did is I opened this up, and so I don't have my big cutter, and I don't know if this one will work. Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it with the scissors. I might do it with the blade. That way I know it'll be straight. So I think I want to go down about that much. It's not wanting to cut very well. Oh, I can't wait to get in my craft room. I know I say that every time, but I am desperate to get in there. That did not cut very nice, so let's just see if we can cut a straight line with our scissors. So there's that one. Let me see. I wanted it the other way, didn't I? Shoot. Oh. Well, it'll have to be that way. I did want it the other way. How do we want this one? Maybe at the top? So yeah, I haven't slept the last couple of nights and it's definitely affecting me. I'm thinking we'll go across here. Am I doing it right this time, guys? Let's see. I hope I'm in frame. I'm just figuring out how far down I want that to go. And do I want to cut the back of it off? Because that's what I'm fixing to do. Yeah, let's go for it. So there's that one. And that'll get a notch in it. And then this last one, I think we need to do the top. And there we go. So now we want to pick our papers. I am going to be using RachandBella's Nana's Roses kit. It is a stunning kit, and I will show you. I don't have the ephemera printed out, and I've used a couple of pages already for something else, and this is an offcut of the other pages, but this is a gorgeous kit. And I've backed it with some writing, some lace, but look at this kit. It's absolutely stunning. The lace is from... I'm drawing a complete blank. I'll think of it and let you know, or put it in the description box below. But look at these papers. Isn't she adorable? So RachandBellaCrafts, check out their Etsy store. And it's 4 kits, and that's something else. It's 4 kits. And you can purchase a bundle, so it's a little bit cheaper than if you purchase the 4 kits separate. And you get all of that and ephemera. So let's start with the envelopes, and I think I'm going to ink everything first, and we'll figure out our papers and put our papers on. Sorry you have to watch me ink. didn't think to ink everything off camera. I'm using Vintage Photo, and I'm trying to get it a little bit on the page. Because my paper, I may not go all the way to the edge. It depends on the envelope. This would be a perfect project if you have the brown envelopes that you can get from Amazon, I'm sure. But inking before you put your papers on, and then again afterwards. When you ink before, then you guarantee that you're getting the edges and you're getting the whites of the envelope. And then once we have our papers down, then we will do our little thumb notches. So I went out this morning and I stopped at this place that I like to go to. I don't want to call it an antiques mall, but it's set up like an antiques mall. It's more of a flea market, garage sale type items in there. And I find a lot of my books there because there's a seller in there who has or did have a bookstore, and he brings books in, and the guy must own a million books because he's constantly changing out the product or bringing in new product. And there's another vendor there that usually has craft supplies. I've gotten some things from her as well. But I went today and I got a couple of books, absolutely stunning books, which I'll show. I don't know when, won't be soon. I have Thrifty Thursday already done. So it might be the one after that, the next week. But one of the books just reminded me, oh, now I'm drawing another blank. Well, she drew her own art in it. It's absolutely stunning. Just the artwork in it is beautiful, and I cannot wait to show Edith Holden. It reminds me of Edith Holden because it's from I want to say 45 or 75, and she inherited an estate from her uncle, and I need to read the book. I've only read just the back side of it, and she was just amazed by the things that she saw there, and so she kept, I don't want to say a diary, but she drew illustrations. I'm almost tempted to show it to you now. But yeah, it's stunning. It's gonna be a gorgeous book to use, but I have to read that one before I cut it up. All right, I think we're good. So I think this will fit here perfect with a white border. Yeah, it's just under the picture. So I'm gonna glue that on and then cut it. Oh, I should be doing the picture part. I'm using art glitter glue in my little mini bottle here. This one lets out only so little. Because of our move, I packed everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. And then the time it's taken to finish the house and get in there is just so long that I was jonesing to craft. It was just killing me not to craft. That I ended up buying more items. That envelope is not square, or my paper isn't. And so I bought the big art glitter glue refill and these little bottles. And I had wished that I bought just the art glitter glue with the cap, because you get a little more glue out of the cap than you do with this little bottle. Okay. So now, I think since that one's cut just about perfect, I'll use that for the back side. Now in doing that, you only want to glue right along the edge there. You don't want to get glue in here and glue it shut. Yeah, it's not fun crafting with, you know, only partial supplies. And it's like aggravating. Sometimes I think that I should just put crafting on hold. But then when I don't craft for a couple of days, I want to. But I'm sure y'all understand exactly what I'm talking about. Gotta be in your craft room. Okay. So I think I'm gonna ink these as we go. And I'm using Vintage Photo. It's the only one I have out, and again, I had to buy all new supplies. So when I get unpacked, I'm gonna have 2 Vintage Photos. Okay, 1 envelope down. And I'll cut them all at the same time. So let's see, what are we gonna do about this one? We have that white in the background. Which this might be good for the background. Why is it every time I grab a ruler, it's always on metric? And my printer won't print on borderless. It used to, and then you're not gonna believe what happened to my laptop. It used to print borderless with my old laptop. I got a new laptop, and it won't print borderless. Even though it's clicked on that, it just won't do it. So my old laptop was the best laptop ever. I only buy Dell. And I had it since 2013. I remember the day I bought it because I splurged. I bought a 17-inch screen. You know, a big, everything good about the laptop. I spent $2,000 on that laptop. So a couple months ago, I had a wayward bead that I just put on top of the laptop. Would I say that was 4.5? And closed the lid to the laptop, and it shattered the screen. And when I called around to find out the cost to replace the screen, for one, they said it would be a while because the shipping, everything was stuck out in the Atlantic somewhere, or the Pacific, who knows, out in the ocean, because of all this crap that's going on around us. But and they said that it's the cost of a new laptop. It would be just too much to replace it. So I bought a new laptop, and this one has Windows 11 in it, whereas my other one was Windows 10. And obviously that has something to do with it. So I don't know how to get it to print borderless, which, you know, I know it's not the printer, and I've downloaded every driver, everything that I could, that I know of what I'm doing. Try to figure it out. So anyways, it's not fun to have that little border around there. Yeah, I bought Holly her own computer that she needs, you know, for school. And I didn't buy her a Dell. I bought her a different brand. And I don't like it. Sometimes I have to use it, and I just don't like it at all. But it's for school. It gets the job done. Alright, I don't want to cut that rose off. So let's find a different paper. I'm going to cut that white border off. Luckily, it doesn't take long to cut the border off. And surprisingly, I think I'm doing it straight. Why is it that us crafters can't cut a straight line? Or grab a ruler and it be on the inch side? I swear both of those things happen to every one of us. Alright, I'm going to glue that and then cut. It's easier and there's no measuring involved. Easier for me anyways. Yeah, I've been wanting to do a shabby chic journal for a while, and when I seen this kit from RachandBellaCrafts, I knew that was the one. And I can't really do a traditional journal with my stuff packed, so I thought I could do this envelope journal for now. If you've been following me, you'll see that I've done rose journals. I have a couple of them, but not really shabby chic. So that's what I'm going for with this one. And then later, after we move, I will do a shabby chic journal. I am just dying to do a journal. But yeah, check out my other videos to see the journals that I've made. When we do get moved and settled, I'll be doing a video showing them as a listing. I just love how this paper's collaged. But yeah, the journals I made to sell, but I'm not going to open an Etsy shop. I'm hoping I can sell them to my loyal fans. They're packed now, otherwise I would do the video. But like I said, when we get moved, I will do a video showing all of the journals. There is a video showing them individual as I made them. But I'll do a video with all of them. And hopefully sell them. You can only write in so many journals. And I do write in my journals. But I like to make them. And so you kind of have to sell them. And I make them and I give them, you know, away. Like I made one for my mom, one for my daughter, one for Holly. Sweet little Holly, she loves her journal. But yeah, I'm hoping to be able to sell them. Yeah, so this is pretty simple and straightforward. Just putting on the paper. It's not long enough. Let's use that on that one. So why don't you pause me and go grab your supplies and craft along with me. Go get RachandBella's new kit. It's gorgeous. Everyone's probably going to be getting that kit. It's a bit pricey, but it's beautiful. And I had been looking and waiting for something shabby chic, and as soon as I seen it, I knew this was definitely the kit that I wanted to use. And I've been wanting to do something shabby chic for a while now. So it's been a while that I've been looking for the right kit. I'm very partial to the shabby. I think that's why if you've followed me and you've seen my other journals, I have a couple of rose ones. Because I just love the shabby. I love the vintage too. I have a lot of journals that I want to do. Don't we all? Alright. Let's do that. don't know how long we've been crafting, but I want to keep it at 30 minutes, and I didn't even check the time before I started, but it feels like it's been around 30 minutes. And then I'll do a part 2. Just because I'm using my phone, so the upload, it won't upload it if it's longer than a half hour. So I am going to put this one on here. And I'll do a part 2. So come back and join me for part 2. It'll be up quickly. I'll probably work on this journal for the rest of today. It won't be long before it's done. So thanks for hanging out with me. And if you're crafting along with me, no worries. Part 2 will be right here. And if you're not, go ahead and get started and join me for part 2. And I will see you in a little bit. Thanks, guys.